All right, all right, all right. Getting straight into the trading. I'm a little late on this video. Been rushing. Um, I'm just gonna rush straight on through it, or at least try to anyway. So I had an exciting week in the markets last week. I mean, on the last video, um, exactly what I said was going to happen. That's what pretty much happened. As far as trade, I mean, as far as analysis goes. Now, as far as how I traded it, that was, that's another thing. I really hadn't talked about trading too much, like the actual positions I take, but I took a pretty big hit because though I knew that there was a good chance, or that that it was highly probable that Nasdaq rallied. I had a blue line. Is it still there? There's a lot of stuff on this chart. Let's try going to my the charts I make videos off of. Sorry about being, where is it, blank. There we go. So yeah, I had this line up here, and I think what anyway, I remember it amounted to, let's see, it was right here. I think this was, and it was supposed to come up here, and and pretty much that was the 290 mark or whatever on QQQ, or was it? Yeah, 309, and that's where it went. I thought it hit that like Tuesday. I didn't think it'd take the whole week to get there. I was expecting a strong impulse move. Regardless, we're up here now on the Nasdaq QQQ. So it begs the question, where do we go to from here? And to be honest, that I'm not sure. So let's take a look. What's going on with these equities? What's possible? What are we looking at? Um, just looking at the development of the EMAs right here, I'd say where this week will be pretty telling. I expect a lot of volatility just looking at where the dollar has come from, and from up here to down here. Um, Let me look back at my charts. It got a lot of congestion on it, but as far as reading, it means a lot to me. So what we hit my target on Nasdaq. I feel like Nasdaq's finna come down. I really do. For a lot of reasons. One, we came straight to my target. Two, this is a major MA, this red one. Let's try to get rid of some drawings. We're at resistance. So if the market was open like right now, this second, I'd be slapping on a short, a heavy one. And I would do better than last week. I would put a stop right above here, because if the Nasdaq does show strength into tomorrow, into the next few trading days, it will continue higher. But just looking at this nice, usually when we come down here and we tap that, this is where you would buy for if you want a long term rally. Granted. But look at all the price action we've made below the red line. See, if you just go back to the other ones, the price action we had here, we really didn't get, well, I guess you could call that price action below the line. I see a lot of candle closes. Let's look at the other one. This one, not so much. It was a quick, what, these aren't even daily candles, right? These are 6 hours. So this is the probably the equivalent of about 3 days below right here. What's that? 5 days. We spent a week on that one. Regardless, this is our first real test of it. I don't expect us to just go straight above it on this one, especially when we've had all these bearish rollovers. I see crossovers right there, crossovers right there. Um, but in the event that we do get above that line, we got bearish crossover right there. I would expect, you know, it would go a lot higher if we do on the Nasdaq cross up. As far as the dollar looks pretty perky to me. The dollar looks like, you look at the MACD, it's about to curve up. I'm going into next week, Monday morning. I'm going back short. I'm going with my original convictions. Nothing that I said last week, went was outside of the plans, outside of the guidelines. So I just traded it wrong. But as far as the analysis, so going with that same analysis from last week and not trying to put any bias on it because I traded it wrong. We were supposed to hit 309, and that was where you were supposed to get short. Right now, the QQQs are at 309. If you replay last week's video, this was my target where you short for the rest of the sell off. Um, in the event that we break 309, then QQQ could be headed to 333, 334. You'll see some higher prices up here, at which point I'll instantly go long, right? Like, I'm in this to make money. I'm not in this to be right. In the event that 339 breaks, you know, um, we'll continue. We'll trade what we see, not what we want, right? But yeah, that's that. This is going to be a quick video. Let's look at a few other equities. So Bitcoin on the weekly is looking pretty strong. That's pretty bullish. You want to see that hold. You don't want to see, if that continues like that and goes sideways, and the level on Bitcoin that needs to hold is what, 27, like say, call it 27.2K. As long as we're above 27.2K, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. Let's look at the monthly chart on Bitcoin. Yeah, but you wanna close this, if Bitcoin to remain strong, you want it to close this week and this month. A nice bullish rally until the end of the month, and you want 27, excuse me, point two to hold. I don't think that's gonna happen, but with this dollar is poised to move up too. This dollar is, that weekly on the dollar doesn't look good though. I mean, this week is, like I say, it's pretty important. I wouldn't have hard convictions either way, because if you're caught on the bear side, you could get your face ripped off. And if you're caught on the bull side, you could get your face ripped off. And what's real probable is both. You get a big Darth Maul candle where it goes up and have everybody thinking it's going to rally, and then it sucks lower, or vice versa. It sucks lower and finishes up. This week will be telling. This week, however, this week closes, will probably predict the next like month and a half to 2 months, right? Because you're gonna see some continuation. If we go down from here, you're gonna see some continuation sell off. If we go up from here, you're gonna see continuation rally on the dollar, and that goes for the Nasdaq as well. If you if the Nasdaq rallies from here, it's going to keep going at least to like 14K, mid 13s to 14K. If it sells off from here, it's instantly going to 10K, right? Like this is a great place to short. This is an excellent place to fucking short. I'm throwing on them shorts so hard Monday. I'm telling you, it's not financial advice. It's just what I see. It's what I'm doing. Let's look at some more equities. Amazon, it all looks bullish, don't it? Like, doesn't it all look bullish? It all look like it. And I remember saying that in my last video. I was like, you're gonna see the QQQs at 309, and everybody is gonna want to be buying, and that's where I'm gonna be shorting at 309. Um, and yeah, that's just what it is. Do I have anything else? I'm gonna make this video short. We got GM. I do contract work for them. What is GM doing, by the way? Let's look at that daily chart. See if I'm gonna have a job longer, a day job rather. If GM keeps going, see, like everything is looking bullish. Like, the recession is over, like the Fed's about everything looks as if there is not gonna be a recession. Everything looks as if COVID is gone. Everything looks like the Ukraine is a non-event. Everything is looking like, China is back wide open. Everything is looking like this is the freaking bottom. And it's not. It's not. This is the same thing. I bet that people felt the same way. Right here on the 4th of May, right? I bet everybody felt the same way on the 28th of March, right? Here we are on, might as well call it June 1st, and people are about to get their face ripped off when it starts petering out and sells out, right? Um, this is where you should be shorting. That's just GM, right? I've been looking at other stuff that I'm like, Ark Invest. Ark Invest retested the COVID lows. I thought that was pretty, you know, this, see, as of right now on the Nasdaq, we're about right here, right? Like if you pull up a chart of the Nasdaq and you put it on the daily chart, right? I mean, and you zoom out, you got the COVID lows, you go up, you come down to this little area of support, this little swing high on this chart, that'll be the equivalent of here. The NASDAQ could potentially be headed like slap down here, right? Just, if this was a fractal of what was about to happen on the NASDAQ, people here never would have believed ARK Invest would be going. Kathy Woods and all of her risky plays, risk on plays. Never would have seen her going way down here to the COVID lows, right? Um, I could tell you, people in the market right now, after this run up, after hitting that 309, never in their wildest dreams would they consider, wrapping 166 in the next what? How long did it take ARK Invest to get down there? Yeah, 3 months. 3 months from now, what? June, July, August. By August, we could be down here by August before October, and that's when I said it'd be time to buy. Yeah, that fits into my narrative pretty well. So like going into August, late August, September, that's when, you know, that's when you want to buy, right? Um, yeah. So that's that's my game plan. I'm not a bear. I'm not a bull. I'm a trader. Tesla. Tesla, my Tesla. Look at it. Oh wait, not this one. The next one. Let me put Tesla over here. I keep saying I'm gonna get organized. I'm probably not. It's probably the extent of how videos are gonna be. It's bouncing where I said it needed to bounce, but it broke below this line. So this bounce, it can get up to like 880, right? Like I can see 880. Um, I really don't have any faith of it going there. Considering all the things going on with Tesla right now, and you know, him needing liquidity for this Twitter deal, if you want to just put a little narrative on it, I really see Elon facing some hardship, especially unless China just opens wide open. You might get some cheap Tesla. I'm eyeing 250 to 200 to 250. Excuse me, and I'm gonna buy outright shares of Tesla at that point. I wanna, if we can get 250, and I have at least put like 5 racks in there. I want some size in Tesla. I know that's not a lot for some people, but Tesla is a long term hold. If I could get it down here and catch what, a multi year, one of these type moves from right here, nice pullback buy. How many percent was that? From 41 to 1,000, $41 to 1,000. That's like what, 200, 2,000. That's a lot of money. Whatever it is, it's a lot, right? I'm not. Regardless, my kids are getting loud. We're gonna cut this video short. I'm pretty much just rambling. As far as where I think the markets are going, dollar up, Nasdaq down, crypto down. This is old. Like I drew this little head and shoulders pattern that you're looking at right there back close to the top, and it's just been playing out right there like that, since then, right? The only thing new I drew is this right here, right? Because potentially if we break 309, we would come up here, go sideways, and then go down. But as far as this that it's been following, it's been there for a while, and if it was, we've kind of deviated a little bit from what I've been expecting since the highs. We are deviating from it because that last bounce, right? That's why I was so convicted on it not getting no higher than here and going down. Because if it's following, what an inverse head and shoulders pattern should look like, going towards the COVID lows, this is where I want to start buying this green line. That's why it's there. This was where I was a seller, this red line. These are, it's nice when your charts just play out. And this was all based on the dollar move and where the dollar should be at around August. See, you can see the tip of it was at August. And that was because I think in August I had the dollar reaching for a level that was gonna pan out in August. It was gonna top. I want to say it was this over here. No, that's May. I don't know. It's hard to understand why, but I know when I draw them, you know, I feel like the dollar's gonna come up here, and we're gonna see some sell-offs. We'll get a rally, but long term, the next few years, we're gonna see some tough market conditions. Until this pink line breaks. Whenever we test and this pink line breaks, that's when we'll see some sustainable upsides in the markets. Anyway, long video. Didn't mean to make it so long. I'm a bit discouraged because of my trading last week. We're hitting on the 17-minute mark. I'm looking at it right now. So I'm gonna cut it here. There's no intro music. There's no outro music on this one, but I did tell myself I'd make a commitment to make a video every week. So if you made it this far into the video, I'd like to say I really appreciate you. I've seen my little views. They come in a little bit. I haven't really been doing any advertising campaigns and putting stuff on Twitter. I'm not really all that proud of my production quality of my videos. I'd like to do better at that. I'm lazy. I trade, I work, I got kids. I know you heard them in the background. So when it just comes to time that I spend in front of this computer, I kind of need the. But yeah, I have been I looking at some software, making some, trying to make an intro and an outro as far as my for the videos, and I've been working on code for the websites, and but just nothing that's really just caught me as like, yeah, this is professional and this is gonna be it, and like I would like, right? And I'm just rambling at this point. This isn't really about. This is just me talking about just life in general, and I think I'm gonna cut it there because, like I say, it's been long enough. Trade well, trade smart, trade on. ODK out. And I'll see you next week, or maybe I might put in a video for the midweek. We'll see how things go. Anyway, trade on.